We are back after the short Minecraft Me break to bring you the Community Build Project. This is episode 71 of Minecraft Me, recorded on Friday, April 19th, 2013. Minecraft Me is brought to you by Personas, makers of the Studio Live 1602 digital audio mixer, which really, it's awesome because it packs in performance, great audio quality, and seamless integration with software, including an iPad app and a whole bunch more, in a smaller, affordable package. For more information, please visit personas.com. Hi, everybody. Welcome again to another special edition of Minecraft Me, the show that is all about Minecraft. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, we'd like to show you how to play this awesome game. Whether it's going through the landscape and all of a sudden a whole bunch of mobs spawn on you, and you're playing the most current up-to-date version called version 2, April Fool's Day joke, or we're showing off some awesome texture packs or something very special like a community build project, this is the show for you. We're a little bit longer than your typical Minecraft show. Why, you ask? Well, we like to get in depth. We like to involve the community and have a lot of fun doing so. So if you're checking out the show for the very first time on this episode, and I know why you would be because we have a very special episode in store, come on over to our community at GeekGamerTV. We have awesome forums, and you can get plugged in. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, many different places, so I really do appreciate you joining us. My name is Chase Nunes. I'm the level, I don't know yet, 7, because of the fact that we're taking your suggestions, so we're going to go over them on the next episode, episode number 72. So email them in and put level 7 in on the subject line. Joining me, as always, is my very good friend here in the Pacific Northwest, the guide, the tutor, the teacher, all that and more. And he's got his grandfather clock working now, finally. Joseph Falbey. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
It's been a while since we last spoke.
Yeah. It's been a couple weeks now.
A couple weeks, and now the clock is working.
Yes. Yeah. It really was a lot of work to get it going. I had to take the clock weights out of the box they were shipped in and hang them from the chains that were in the clock and set the clock and then start the pendulum swinging.
Now, I should ask, how long has it been there?
That clock?
Mm-hmm.
That clock's only been there since December.
Oh, really? I thought it's been there longer than that.
No. I have another grandfather clock that's been here much longer.
Oh, okay.
And it also works, but it's turned off, as in I have allowed the weights to fall to the bottom of the case and stop making it run. So
okay. But it's not going to go off during the show, right?
Well, the clock is still running.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to stop running.
No, I know. But
until the weight falls all the way down. But I did disable the chimes because, otherwise we would be having Big Ben going on behind me. So,
hey, look, kids, Big Ben. Parliament.
Yeah, Parliament. Yeah.
All right, so we should explain where we were last week. We originally were trying to tape an episode in advance to put so there wouldn't be a gap in the schedule. However, because of some technical issues, we were unable to make that happen. So that episode we're actually redoing right now for this episode. We're throwing in some standard stuff because there's some things that we really need to cover. Last week, I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was playing in the Professional and Amateur Pinball Association's Pinburgh Match Play Championship. You'll find out more about it this Sunday on Geek Gamer Weekly, or as I'm calling, Geek Gamer Pinball. But I know some of you guys in the community are big fans of pinball, and I needed to show this off real quick. I am the first place champion in Division C, the Chase Division, as I'm calling it for the next year, because I can. So I had a great run in the finals. I played in the finals. I played Tron. Well, there were two rounds of the finals, actually 3 rounds that I played in. I made it to the round of 16. I had a first round bye. So I played Tron, an old EM game, Bonsai Run, and Future Spa. I had a really good run there in those games that I played, a lot. And then in the finals, since I was the highest seed, I got to choose the bank of games to play on in the Final Four, and one of them was Addams Family, another one was Wizard. So I really had a great run, machines that I feel very comfortable with, and I was going on 5 hours of sleep, so I wasn't really stressed out about playing because I was just tired, and it worked out, and it was a lot of fun, and we'll talk more about that on Sunday. But yes,
now on Sunday, I'm going to ask: is Bowen going to be on the show Sunday?
Yes, he will be. Yeah.
See, I'm going to ask him why he didn't include Spectrum in the list of tournament machines.
Well, actually, Spectrum, really? It's
what?
I don't know.
It's unique. It's different.
I guess
it could be worse. It could be a paddleless wood rail. That would be more interesting to include.
I got to
go way back.
By the way, I got to get that third computer up and going because I have another person coming in on Skype as well. Mark Steinman is also joining us. He's the manager of Papa.
Cool.
Got some great announcements. Actually, Papa's getting ready to kick off a Kickstarter project as well. So
yeah,
a lot of great things. Now, so that's my personal news. Any personal news from you, Joe, before we jump into the official Minecraft news segment?
I don't really have any personal news.
No new pinball machines, no hardware, no nothing.
Not really.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm getting my Pebble soon.
Yes, my wife got hers, and she loves rubbing it in.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed with how mishandled the whole project was.
Yeah,
so.
I am not switching to black.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with red. I'm sticking with it.
I have a red one and a black one coming.
Yeah.
So
you haven't gotten your black one?
Well, I pre-ordered a red one and a gray one when they said it would matter which order you when they said it would matter more when you kickstarted rather than what color you picked. I figured, cool, I'll pick the colors I want, and then they said, nope, never mind. Everybody who ordered black is going to get the black one before anyone else gets anything. So then it was like, yeah.
Well, enough chit chat, enough banter. I know you guys want some Minecraft news. So only play the magic music. Here's some Minecraft news.
It's time for this week's Minecraft news.
Top story is some personal Minecraft news, and our head server administrator, Mr. Joseph Falbey, take it away. It's all yours.
Yeah, so there's two big pieces of news. The first one is we upgraded the server. I spent I guess that's my news for last week. I spent most of last week on upgrading the server to 151. It is running current. It runs all our plugins. It has everything going the way it should be going, and everything seems to be working really well, and I haven't heard too many complaints about it. The other big piece of news is it's on a new hardware.
What?
So it's on a brand new server. It's on a real server, not a
It's not running behind
desktop.
you. It's not behind you anymore.
Unfortunately no. It is not on this box right over my shoulder. Unfortunately anymore. It is running on a server out there in the ether, in the internet ether.
Where is it? Where in the ether? Can't we tell them? Can we tell them the city?
I suppose we could, but yeah, I suppose we can. It's I guess. Technically, it's in Phoenix.
It's in Phoenix,
Arizona. Yeah, so
where they don't respect time zones and stuff. It's kind of weird like that.
No, they respect time zones. They don't respect daylight savings time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but I did tell the server it was localized on the West Coast, so it respects West Coast time. Who cares what Arizona does?
Yeah.
Anyway,
respect.
Who cares? Anyway, so yeah, it's running on real server hardware. It's running a real server processor with real server memory and real server hard drives. So it should be faster. It should be less laggy. It should be better. It's also on a much faster internet connection. I have reasonable internet here. 35 by 35 is pretty good for home connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on a gig connection now. So it should be fast, plenty fast enough. We shouldn't have any issues with that anymore. Other news related to the server is we've brought a few more mods on board. We have a few more moderators that have joined the fray. And they will be keeping track.
I didn't get the memo.
That's okay. We didn't tell you a whole lot of things. So a few more mods have joined the fray, and they will be keeping track of all you players out there. And unfortunately, I don't have my list in front of me of who they all are. But
that's nice of me not to know. Thanks.
Well, I was going to tell you, but it didn't work out. So
there's email, man.
So. yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we have a whole bunch more mods in there. You'll see them. You'll run across them. You will be dealt with by them as necessary. So yeah, it should be good. I think things are really looking up on the server in terms of just overall that sort of thing. And then I have a few other plans I'm going to try out and see if we can improve things even more, even make them even more better than they are, as Chase would say. So we'll just have to.
Are you making fun of me by saying even more better?
I totally didn't do that on accident.
Yeah. Hey, let's move on to some actual real news that is out there.
What do you mean? Server's real news.
Hey, guess what? A new snapshot
State of the server announcement.
Yeah.
Jeez.
New snapshot has dropped. 13W16A. This actually introduces two very important things. First off, it introduces a new thing to Minecraft. And that's something called horses. I don't know if you ever heard of what a horse is, but it's a four-legged animal. And so horses are now in the game, and a new launcher. So, Joe, what does this really entail for our community? And people are going to ask, when are we updating to 1.6? It's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, 1.6 has to be released first.
I know.
Right now, they're doing snapshots.
Yeah.
So, so the new launcher is really good. We heard talk about it at, I think, PAX last year. All the way back from there, they were talking about developing a new launcher and doing a new method of handling that. So the new launchers is available. You can download it on Mojang's website. It only works with the snapshots right now, but it does mean that you can easily move back and forth from one snapshot to your regular game, because regular game uses a standard launcher, the standard Minecraft launcher, and the snapshots use a dedicated launcher for them. The nice thing about the launcher is you will be able to select different versions. So as more snapshots come out and as they progress and get more advanced with it, you'll be able to actually choose the version you want to run. So kind of like
that. That's
Magic
nice.
Launcher and stuff like that. It'll all be built in.
Very cool.
It is still, the launcher is still really rough. I've played with it. It's not that polished. It needs a lot of work. But for a first step, it's pretty good. Horses are really cool. I played with these offline. I have to talk about it because we're not really going to do a snapshot demo this time because we're busy with something else. But the horses are really cool. There are a few problems with them. If you play on a snapshot server, and you try to get on a horse, unless they hack the jar file for the server, you will crash your client and not be able to reconnect to the server. So that's generally considered a bad thing. But other than that, they're pretty cool. You can feed them with hay or with wheat and ride them, put a saddle on them. One of the news captions I saw about this I thought was really appropriate is Minecraft now, the Minecraft snapshot includes horses, and the horse armor was added for no cost. If you know anything about DLC, anyway, it's funny. So yeah, really cool. Horses are coming in. We also have carpets that were added, and leashes. I've seen some really interesting things with leashes. You can attach a leash to an animal and tie it off somewhere. So definitely cool. But 1.6 is looking like it's going to be pretty wild. It's going to have a lot more mobs and rideable things.
Very cool.
Horses are
Cannot
fast
wait.
too.
Oh wow, that's
they run across terrain. When you're riding a horse, it's pretty quick. I've been impressed.
It's like Grand Theft Horse. You're going across a train and different game. Sorry. All right.
Yeah.
Next news, real quick, to chat about, and that is Xbox 360's Title Update 9 and 10. Now, some of you guys did grab Title Update 9, which added a lot of new features. We've covered it immensely. Maybe it was a little bit more than what Mojang could handle, just because of the fact that it was very buggy. There was a lot of issues with it, so that prompted a new push for Title Update 10. Microsoft allowed it, and so it has been pushed out to the general public. Now, how do you know if you have it? Because they haven't updated any notes within the Title Update 10. What you have to do is go into your main menu in the Minecraft game, go to Help and Options, then under Controls. Under the bottom left corner of the screen, it will show it as 1.1.0.188.0. If you have that version, you have Title Update 10, which means a less buggy experience for you. It's nice of Microsoft, Joe, to let them push out a quick update to a disaster. So
yeah, because I
that was
remember
nice.
some of the early discussions of Minecraft on Xbox is they would not be able to release updates as frequently as
That's
they
right.
can on PC.
Yeah.
So it is good that they at least are able to release patch fixes, buggy software fixes reasonably quickly.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Good to hear. So
yeah,
got some great news because Joe. Now, first off, we tried to do this a couple of weeks ago, and we were unable to do so very easily. But now the show is going to morph a little bit. It's going to change because at the bottom of the screen, it's no longer going to be known as episode 71. It will now be known as the Community Baseball Special! Take me out to the ball game. All right, no one wants to sing? Fine.
That song is probably trademarked.
Well, I should sing it off key, and then I'm singing a song that sounds like, but it's not even remote.
You know what? You could sing it with the wrong lyrics, and I think you'd be okay.
Ball game,
like,
take me out.
Me off. No. Take me off to the base game.
Base game. That's why I'm wearing my Giants jersey, because so let's talk about real quick what's going on here. So over the past few months, a crack team of awesome community members led by Chris Cocking built to scale and added some incredible features that we're going to show off to you guys right now of AT&T Park, where the San Francisco Giants play their home games in beautiful San Francisco, California. So this is so big and so epic that what we're going to do is, just like on our Christmas special, we had a tour guide, a little bit of a sarcastic tour guide. This guy is not as sarcastic, but we're going to have Chris Cocking join us right after we play our lovely music. It's now time for the Community Server Showcase.
Server Showcase of the Week.
Mr. Chris Cocking, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing fantabulous. Can't wait to show off what we got going on here. So, first off, I'm jumping into the game, and as we see here, actually, we don't need to see, Joe and I. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. So, explain before we look at this beautiful park, and this is just awesome. How long exactly did you guys work on this project?
That's a good question. I think, if I remember correctly, around the end of November is when we first started the conversations that led to that led to this project. I remember you had expressed that you wanted to get the project underway, and it took, I guess, through the month of December, we started kind of forming the core group that really planned out the whole thing. It took about a month to plan, and then we actually started the build in January. And we went until about the beginning of April. So what is that? 4 months?
Yeah,
5 months.
Now, one thing I want to tell people about is there are some Minecraft assistant programs out there that can take a picture, or they can take plans and just kind of automate and build things. We didn't use anything like that. This is in creative mode, obviously, but past that point, I think we used a little bit of World Edit, and that was pretty much it, right? We didn't use any kind of automated program to build things, right?
Oh, no, not at all. We did a little bit of blueprinting, but really that just was us using a program to make blueprints that we could use to sort of plan out where we were going to place things. But we didn't use any automated processes to place anything. Everything was done by hand in that sense.
Yeah, and that's why I want to kind of say that up front, just to really hammer home the incredible scope of what was done here. And it's just incredibly awesome and massive. I've seen it. I know a lot of you guys are watching and seeing this for the very first time. And so, Chris, I mean, without further ado, why don't you? We're starting here in Willie Mays Plaza, right? And let's go around.
Yeah, this is the main entrance of the stadium in real life, and we spent a lot of time. I mean, I guess a good place to start really is in. First of all, a quick word of how amazing the members of this community have been. I mean, there has been some Herculean effort went into making this stadium possible, and so really I couldn't have done it without the help of
it doesn't
pretty
rain in
awesome
San
group of
Francisco. Yes, it does.
Rain be gone.
It should be better. Give it a second.
So, a great place to a great thing to do, I think, to really take in the scenery is to kind of fly up here with me. And I mean, as spectacular as any one piece of the stadium is, I feel like you really don't get a sense for what we did here until you kind of come up high and take a look at the entire thing in one scope. It's truly gigantic. I mean,
just like San Francisco, there's a lot of clouds. But wow.
Yeah, just circling around, you can see a lot of work went into replicating this as faithfully as possible, as faithfully as is possible in Minecraft, really. Our best friend throughout this effort was Google Maps, I'd have to say. We went through the internet and we scoured for pictures of any parts of the stadium that we could get close details on, but then we filled in a lot of the blanks with our imaginations and, again, using Google Maps. So, again, some props to Google.
Thanks, Google. We are available for sale.
And AT&T, I suppose.
That's true.
And we really tried to put in as close to matching details as we could achieve with Minecraft. And you can really see that in the bleachers and in a lot of the brickwork as well. If you guys will come down here, what we have on this side is called O'Doul's Gate in real life. There's a pretty sizable and old bridge here. And Chase, who is this player again? There's a statue of.
I believe this is Willie McCovey.
And so he's here as well. As you can see, we have an entrance into the stadium. Security would sort of take your ticket here, and this part of the gate is sort of the transportation center. One of the things that we really wanted to do when we put this place together not only was create a really epic build that people can visit, but also add a lot of things that were functional that could be used by the community over time. So knowing that was going to be the case, we figured people would need an easy way to get from different parts of the server. And I know there are a number of train systems that have been in the works, particularly the ones that I believe we had a server showcase on Gnome Smoke's train station. But if you come down here, you can see we've got a subway station that will connect people in game throughout the stadium, throughout the server to the stadium. So this is a easy way to get to the stadium. We also expanded out the idea of a transportation center so that you could also come from the stadium linking to other parts of the map. Here we have the Nether portal room.
Very nice.
And also we have an end portal room as well over here. You can just see like there's a lot of attention was paid to small details. We tried to give every part of the stadium its own sort of style and function. So that's the transportation center at the O'Doul's Gate. Another really interesting part of O'Doul's Gate is what we like to call Club H2O.
Okay.
Now, Club H2O doesn't exist in real life. Actually, in real life, there's a cancer center and hospital at this point in AT&T Park. But since we had already built a cancer center fairly close to where the park is going to be, we figured why not turn this place into a disco, because it has a really nice waterfront view.
Oh wow!
And looking out the window, you can see we've got some sailboats out there as well.
Oh wow! Very nice.
So Club H2O was mostly done by Gnome Smoke. He's one of the very talented people on the server. He came up with a sort of fish tank motif for this place. So we just we extrapolated it a little bit further and said, why not have a whole kind of underwater disco?
Just massive. I love the potions here and the item frames and stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Club H2O.
Very nice.
And coming back up, the last feature that I wanted to show of this part of the stadium is our bus entrance. Now we figured, okay, visiting teams coming in from airports, they've got the buses. Also, teams, the Giants will have their bus as well, and a place for those buses to depart from. So here we have that.
Oh, very nice.
And we mocked up a couple of buses just to kind of give it the real feel. What's also pretty cool here behind these doors and at the back is the entrance to the visitors' locker.
Ah.
So here you can see the visitors' locker room. It's pretty faithfully presented here. We have we found some really good pictures online of the inside of the locker room, so we did our best to match the style up. You can see, I believe it was Karnak went through every single one of the lockers and put the correct color uniform, which is pretty cool. And if you follow me over to this side here, you can see the shower room.
I don't see any showers here, Chris. It looks. Oh, look at that!
Without a working shower, right?
Very nice.
Man gets sweaty out on the ball field. And then down here, speaking of getting sweaty, we have the visitors' sauna.
Ah, very soothing. Hey,
so do you know, is the sauna something that's actually in the real ball field, or is this creative?
I don't know if there's a real sauna, but I felt like there should be one.
Yeah.
If I were a baseball player, that would be something I'd want after a game. Through here, I guess really every baseball fan's dream, come out of the locker room into the dugout.
Oh, wow. Very cool. So you got the dugout here. You got some people on the bench. A couple of zombies. And you take it right up, and bam, you're right onto the field.
Now, we had a really sweet collection of players from the community put together this whole sequence that's out here on the field. Maldek was very involved in that himself, and I believe Kuko Gakusha also. master creator. There were quite a few people that put in some effort here. We wanted to really be faithful to baseball, try to put people in the right places, and even to some extent try to imply a story of the game that's taking place. So I won't go too much into what that story is. I think it'll be more fun for people to come here and take a close look at the players and see if they can figure it out themselves.
Very nice. So we've gone through the visitor locker room. We're now on the field. What's next?
Well, over here, if we move over here towards the water.
Oh, I missed. There you are. You're up there.
Yep. If we move over here towards the water, this is a really nice place to get a look at the scoreboard and also splash landing. I think for this, it'd be best to look at this at nighttime. And I know that now, Chase, you've been to this park.
I have.
And seen a lot of the details up close.
Yes.
And I recall that one of the conversations that we had together about this were these cannons.
That is
so
awesome.
Now in real life, as I recall from our conversations, these cannons shoot water, but we figured, why not have them shoot fireworks?
Of course, why not?
Now, the fireworks cannons themselves were a really sweet invention. There was a lot of great players that went into the building of that. As a matter of fact, even the first time we built them, fireworks weren't yet in the game. So we had built them to run off of TNT. And then when fireworks came out, we rebuilt them again to run off
very smart
Minecraft fireworks. Now, before we get into one of my favorite parts of the stadium, which is the scoreboard, I'd like to also take a quick look over here at just some of the close detail work. If we can make it daylight really quickly. Now, these arches, I don't know, I mean, making things round in Minecraft can be challenging sometimes. But making things round and on a diagonal,
even harder.
Challenge.
Yeah.
And again, this is the true artistry went into this. This was a combination of efforts between quite a few players. I would specifically want to call out Yeti. I believe Yeti 6011 is the number after his name. But he's one of the great builders from our community, and he played a big role in this. Again, I'm always floored by these sorts of things. I guess this is some real Minecraft geekery, but an archway on a diagonal, that shows some skill.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's perfect line too. I mean, that's the best part. I mean, it's just it's great symmetry. And you'll notice also that this whole section of the bleachers is on diagonal. Yeah. And
again, just a testament to skill and planning and methodical thinking of the people that were involved in the build. And speaking of diagonals, the most astounding thing here, in my opinion, is this diagonal scoreboard. It works. We can change the numbers to lots of different numbers. We can even answer the ultimate question to life, the universe, and everything.
42.
And if you come over here around the back of the scoreboard, you can get a look at some of the great redstone work that went into this. This was really captained by Dr. T. DB, who is he was the builder of Red World over in the main on the main server. And I mean, again, very early in the planning of this, we were talking about some of the projects that would really make for a cool build. And we knew this was going to be a challenge. And Dr. T stepped up
He just made it
fearlessly
happen. Yeah.
and made it happen. I mean, he really did. When you take a look down at the bottom too, if you come down here, you can actually see the guts of the sort of redstone computer that runs this digital display.
And that's one thing I love about this is not only this is a big community project, but it's a big learning experience as well, where people can actually come and see how this works because of all the glass that is here on the back.
Yeah, we wanted to. We definitely took careful consideration about the fact that we wanted to make sure that the cool things that are here to see in the stadium are exposed in all of their Minecraft glory.
Absolutely.
So,
just gorgeous.
Yeah. To that end, also we sort of color coded a lot of the redstone work as well. So you can, if you really wanted to be a student of how these things were built, it would make it a little bit easier for you to break it down. Why don't we take a quick look? Yeah, why don't we take a quick look in the control room? You can see out here. This is in real life. This is also pretty faithful in terms of replicating real life. We've got a sort of food court back here with umbrellaed tables. Lots of different players went in and built these food court stands. We even had a little drive throughout the community where everyone sort of picked an area and built one that was themed in different ways. There were a couple of real champions of that effort as well. I really specifically would love to call out Dialgadude and 00G9900 Master Creator. They were really important to that effort.
I love these food stands. These look great.
Yeah.
Before we go to the control center,
too.
We to keep true to the park, we have a cable car over here, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's also there, and it's I tried to make. I built this one, and one of the great in jokes that we had to make is this is a streetcar named Desire.
Stella. Very cool.
Yeah. And then if you follow this this path down out here, now in real life, there's a statue of a seal out here at the front of the marina gate. To really get it to look like a seal, we had to go a little bit bigger than it is in real life. But I think that came out.
I think it came out great.
Yeah, that was.
I remember seeing this a while ago now, or early in the build, right after it was done, I think. And the first thing I thought was it looks like a seal balancing a ball. There's no question in my mind that's what it is.
Yeah, thanks. So we worked really hard on really getting the shape right. We really wanted it to be recognizable, and yeah, there were a number of people that went into putting that together too. Darganis, myself, Mavic did some work on this. B-Ball also, B-Ball Blaze.
So let's check out that control center that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Control center's right over here. Sorry about that. It's very easy to kind of lose yourself in the details of this place. There are so many of them.
It's humongous, yeah.
Yeah. And we really wanted to. I mean, one of the real hallmarks of the group was or at least one of our really important mottos was to not make this a giant empty cavern. Like, we really wanted it to have stuff in it and feel like it was alive. So this is the control room. Again, you've got even better, closer views of the control center for the scoreboard. There are a number of other controls for some of the other parts of the park as well. We got Kuko Gakusha here, and Maldek also. And these guys, they're both admins on the server. They're very popular characters. And back here, again, you can see more of the scoreboard controls.
Wow.
This is a pretty interesting map for anyone who's really, really into Minecraft geekery, this breaks out which channels in the computer control what parts of the digital display. So again, if you really wanted to sit here and figure it out, you could take each one of these rectangles and map it back to a channel inside the computer and which part of the digital display it controls.
I want to remind everybody we're in the bowels of AT&T Park. This is the community build project, our first one ever of AT&T Park in beautiful San Francisco, California. The voice that you're hearing is Chris Cocking. He's the project administrator, the man who kept the whole machine running, and so far is just really breathtaking. And we got some more goodies, right, Chris?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks again, Chase. If we come back here, this is the fireworks control room. We got DX9 here. He's the sort of master of this system.
Oh my goodness! I wouldn't even know what to touch. I see that.
He put some really amazing effort into putting together the control system for this. And you can also, again, come down here and look through the glass and see how that works as well, if you're really interested. Again, as Chase said before, you know, it's really important to us that we expose how all of this stuff works to the community as well. So not only can you enjoy seeing it, but you can also come here and learn how it was done.
And I love this little detail is there's an isolated fireworks storage room.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris,
yeah.
you might need to unplug and replug your mic back in.
Okay.
I'm getting a bit of static on it.
Yeah, a little xyloning, which sometimes happens with USB mics after an hour. I don't know why that is. Maybe the chips wear out. I'm not sure. But it does happen.
Is that better?
Yes, it is. That's great.
All right, great. Okay, cool. So just I think the last sort of underground feature is just we can take a quick look. This is...
I know somebody might ask, what's with all the pumpkins?
The pumpkins are a great story. Now, as I was saying before, in December, we put together a really careful, painstaking blueprinting process where using an overhead that we pulled out, an overhead image that we pulled off of Google Maps, we took that image, carefully measured everything out on a meter for meter scale, so that we could figure out exactly how big the plot for this place was going to be. And then using that, we that's how we came up with the footprint for this whole place. So essentially that was a 1 block tall version of the entire stadium.
Wow, okay.
Now, what we did was, since we had that on a grid, say on sort of a piece of digital graph paper, it was easy to plot out where the blocks themselves are going to be. But since we weren't using any sort of automated process to transfer that image into the Minecraft world, we kind of needed some way of seeing the grid. So I went in, and I think it took me maybe 2 or 3 days to cover the entire claim with glowing jack-o'-lanterns every 5 squares.
Wow. Okay.
So these are actually these jack-o'-lanterns are part of the surveying effort, and you'll see them in some places because we kept them in the underbowels for light.
Very cool.
And what we're looking at actually is the fireworks cannons that are under the field. So again, you can come up here anytime you want and take a look and see how those work.
Very cool.
So yeah, these and we'll see a demo of these things, but the complicated mess you see or the complicated redstone you see in these cannons that we've walked away from now, but they actually open up the field in certain spots to fire the fireworks through them.
Oh yeah, and yeah,
kind of a really cool timing thing.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to behold. Why don't we go up above ground and maybe we can take a look at them.
Yeah, we'll see if they see what they look like.
Wow. That was awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So again, I mean, just a testament to the skill and awesomeness of the builders from the community that took part in that. Again, Karnak played a big role there. DX9, Maldek had a role in there as well. Jordan Lawrence won. Dr. T. Those guys just all put together an amazing effort. If you guys fly down here to the bottom of the scoreboard, you can see this is a funny story. I think for the longest time, we weren't sure what goes at the very bottom foot of the scoreboard. And then one day, we were here with Chase, and he said, "Oh, I've got a picture of that." He pulls out, and it turns out people actually come here to eat. I don't get it. Would you stand under here knowing that balls are coming in your direction?
Well, they would have to hit it over the roofs of the stands and stuff, so it's a little hard to get to. But it's possible, but unlikely. So
yeah, I guess with my kind of luck, I'd be exactly the guy standing here eating a hot dog to get clunked.
Well, but then isn't that sort of the goal for a lot of people is to get a ball used in the actual game though too?
That's true.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. So that
you shouldn't
that makes it an attractive place to be.
That's right. Yeah. So it shouldn't be bad luck. That would be good luck. Yeah.
All right. So back here again, if we come inside, you can see this is pretty cool. This is our AT&T Park model version of an ATM machine. You'll find them all throughout the stadium. Again, another service of the Park Commission.
Very nice.
And then if really quickly over here. At the Marina Gate, again, there's a sizable food court here in real life, and this is the sort of test your pitching ability booth.
Oh yeah.
If you stand here and wing potions at the batter's box, you should be able to make it.
Very cool.
And over here we have kind of a pretty cool foot piano.
Very nice.
And again, as you saw with the food court stands outside, similar to those, the ones inside each have their own special, unique character. So again, another really cool thing to kind of check out. One of my favorite hidden gems, and this one's really something that you probably wouldn't even catch unless you really came out, is the loading dock. Now, I remember one night Master Creator and I said, let's really make this into a loading dock and go as far as we can with it. And so he made this truck, and we worked together and made the forklift, and just made it feel like a real loading dock.
I don't know if AT&T Park has this huge loading dock, but I like the idea and thought.
Actually, we were able to get really good pictures of the outside of the loading dock from Google Maps.
Oh, wow.
But we had no idea what it looked like on the inside, so we just kind of came up with that ourselves.
Makes sense. Okay.
So now coming back over here, on the other side of the loading dock, again, another pretty faithful representation from real life. These sort of screens as you're walking through the park. As you're walking through this hallway in real life, there's footage of the game going on. There's scores and stats, I guess, throughout the MLB. And another really great creation here, and I believe this one was done by Master Creator, is the bathroom.
Ah, you got to have a bathroom.
Yeah, you'll find, again, another thing that if you really hunt throughout the stadium, we decided that, in true stadium fashion, no matter where you are, you should always be able to get a beer, get a hot dog, or find a bathroom.
Makes sense.
So those kinds of facilities are everywhere in the stadium. Now, coming back out here, back out onto the bleachers, you can see, the fans are just riveting. The game is going. Back here is the playground. Now, this also really exists in the real AT&T park.
That's right.
There's a giant Coke bottle, and which is actually a slide.
Yep.
And you can ride this one as well if you come up and check it out.
So I'm going up here.
So if you just jump in and push the button.
Whee!
You come out, you cross the tripwire, that sends the car back.
Very nice.
You can also see here, now that the sun's coming back up, we get a good view of the giant catcher's mitt, too, or rather, player's glove.
Yeah, it's actually a four-fingered glove. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, it's, very, very true to, and there's the webbing there, very nice. And then next to the bottle is a small little wiffle ball field for the kids.
That's right. Yeah. And here it is. Now, in real life, again, this has a couple of details that make it sort of a miniature version of AT&T Park itself. But in Minecraft, there are some limitations from scale perspective, so we had to keep it pretty simple. But yeah, that's where the wiffle ball court is.
Very cool.
Now, crossing over here, we're coming now into what would in real life be the 2nd Avenue gate. Now, this is the 2nd Avenue gate food court at the 2nd floor. And this was really masterminded by a couple of different people. One of our super builders, one of the people I would say is a champion of the build, led this effort up, and that would be Hostile Steve.
Ah, very nice.
Now, so Hostile Steve and a group of a few people, I believe Mavic, Dial Gadude, Master Creator, G99, they did the work on this part of the food court, and the bleachers out here, especially in this section of the bleachers, you can really see what careful planning went into making the shape work and still having it be something that's consistent, easy to walk up, and as close to the real thing as possible in Minecraft.
Going back to the attention of detail up here in the same part of the stadium in real life is you have the retired numbers. 44 for McCovey there. You got Willie Mays over here, 24. Ott. It's just incredible detail.
So again, these details really, they all come from members of the community, just passionate about the build. Particularly in terms of bleachers, I would say that the champions of the bleachers were Hostile Steve and Allergic to Work. Riven and Theros Reigns played a role in the bleachers as well. And those guys, they just... The bleachers was maybe the most mathematical part of this entire build, so it really took some careful attention to detail.
Well, you're having this chamfered corner come down seamlessly into the straight corner down below. You have a broken 45 that comes down to a perfect 90. It's pretty impressive. To do that with blocks, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, with regular old blocks,
right. I'd love to call attention up here. This is kind of a fun place. On the third floor back here.
This is a suite level.
Just
club level,
yes,
I should say.
This is the club level, and back here we wanted to make sort of a place where it was sort of a step up from the standard food court. So this is the Korova Milk Bar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
But it was said that we had ways of getting all kinds of different goods, but the only thing we didn't have was milk. So we made the Korova Milk Bar.
So I'm having some milk. So
and these milk machines are the typical AT&T Park model vending machine design, with the button on the bottom, dispenser in the middle, and then if you just come out here really quickly, you can see some of the skyboxes at the club level.
And these are done to scale as well.
Yep, and each one, there are a number of different designs for each skybox as well. So I think there are maybe 7 different skybox designs, not including the ones that are completely unique. And quite a few people went into did the work on this as well. Again, Dial Gadood, Squidward C, G99, Mavic. Again, the list goes on and on of just the amazing people that went into this, that did this work.
This looks impressive. Love the detail. Just phenomenal.
And out here in the hallway, too, you can get a sense for some of the brickwork that was done and just the lighting system, which, again, all connects back to central switches. Each of these doors lead to other skyboxes at the different levels. And again, like I said, different levels have different designs for skyboxes. So that was another one of the great labors of love throughout here, was really making them feel like skyboxes.
Oh, yeah.
And Chase, you were really helpful there, too. You had some really great photos of skyboxes, so thanks for that.
Oh, no problem.
And coming all the way over here towards the center of the...
And by the way, not a bad seat in the house. I just want to remind everybody about the stadium. It's a really nice place to watch a game.
Yeah, we also... That was another thing we took into account as well, was just... we wanted you to be in a skybox and be able to look out and see the game and not just have some weird obstructed view just because this was Minecraft.
Right.
So here we've got the press box. You can see it's a pretty cool place for reporters to sit and give and give the commentary on the shows. Yep. Or rather on the games.
Yeah.
And we also just another kind of entertaining notion here was that we figured, again, just in the true spirit of trying to make this place useful and livable, we wanted to make this area of the stadium a mansion of sorts. So we put in a lot of detail there as well. Why don't we take a quick look inside?
All right.
Oops, sorry. This is a skybox. It's the next door. Coming around here, you can kind of get a nice view from the outside of one of the halls. Oh, this also here, just sorry about the tangent, but as long as we're here, we might as well take a quick look. This is the End Dragon egg. Now, we got lucky recently when we built the end portal. By accident, Mavic and Gnome Smoke fell through it, and we found that here in the realm that we built the stadium, the End Dragon still was alive. So they killed it, and they recovered the egg, and we put it in this case. So now we have the egg back for our that we can put back on display.
Oh, wow.
And we took the time to also tell the story of the original egg as well, and how it was lost and how it was recovered.
Very cool.
You know, that's a nice little detail for the community.
And the egg won't disappear, eh?
Right. So
that's awesome.
So we've got that back. And again, this is the hall. We left a lot of the mansion empty because we figured at some point, you know, someone may move in. I don't know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I have no idea who would love to live in a place like this. I'm just saying.
But whoever that person is should probably decide what kind of furniture they want in this room. And coming down these stairs, again, this is just pretty cool.
Who's setting off the fireworks needs to stop, man.
So this is sort of the grand entranceway for the mansion. You can see the kitchen,
master kitchen,
and kind of the study.
Oh, very nice.
Another one of my favorite rooms. I think this is going to be a place that we'll probably end up using a lot. The conference room.
Oh, very nice.
This will be a cool place for mods and admins to gather and discuss who gets the banhammer. And over here, you know, fireplace.
Conversation pit.
Yep. That's the mansion. One other really cool detail on this level that I feel we really need to see. Again, we wanted to make services that the players could actually use, so that we could really feel like this is a living, breathing part of the community. And to that end, we made the AT&T Park Library.
Oh, wow.
Which you can find at the 2nd Avenue gate on the 1st floor. There are anvils here. There are public end chests and public enchanting tables. Each little work area has its own crafting table. So really, everything a player might need to, you know, do some enchantments and play around with their tools.
I love how it's laid out. It looks really great.
Yeah. So yeah, again, you know, great work by a number of great players. Coming back over here now, why don't we take a closer look at the inside of Willie Mays Plaza? And I say we go there from the outside. Again, another thing we really paid close attention to, we got as close up in Google Maps as we could to take a look at what the brickwork really was like. None of us actually had been to the stadium in real life, so we really had to rely on photos as much as possible. And again, Google Maps was invaluable here. I'm going to make it daytime really quick. So that we can see just some of the details. Again, what we did was we did our best to get close-up shots of what some of the brickwork really looked like in real life, so we could try to replicate it.
This is so impressive. I mean, the detail alone in the brickwork, I mean, that takes time, and it's just phenomenal to see this. It just looks impressive, so impressive.
Yeah, thank you. Up here on the roof, we've got some more food stands, more bathrooms, an elevator that a certain flying player might use to get into his mansion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The clock towers. This is so we're coming down now at the clock tower on Willie Mays Plaza. And we can step inside and take a closer look at that.
All right.
One of the great features here at Willie Mays Plaza, and some of these things in real life are enclosed. We tried to leave them more open, just again so that players can sort of peek through the walls and get a better sense for how things are built. But so this is called the Public House in real life. So it's a bar and grill. And again, this is another one of the places that whenever I take a look at this place and then I look back at the photo that we used for reference, it impresses me because it really looks a lot like that photo, despite the Minecraftiness of it.
Yeah.
And here, this entryway takes us into, in real life, what would be called Megiddo, which is a taqueria. A lot of the colors and placements of things here were also very faithfully redone. Here we have some entrances to sort of a second mansion that we built in this place that could be for yet another player that shall remain nameless. And we can take a look at some of those interior details. But before doing that, I'd like to also call out the ticket booth.
Ah.
So now, in real life, there is a few different ticket facilities in the stadium. This one we wanted to build as sort of like more of a representation of a central ticket booth. Just we felt like we needed something like that players could really, that people could really attach themselves to. And yeah, as you discovered in there, the light switch works. And yeah, that's the ticket booth. There's some more bathrooms here as well.
Gotta have enough bathrooms for the for your big fans out there.
You know, when you're in the stadium, you got to have close access to bathroom, beer, and, you know, refreshments.
That's right.
So up here again, we're back to where the dragon egg is. But if we cross over, actually, I guess if we cross over this way, we can see the main entrance for mansion number 2.
Oh.
Now, what's nice about mansion number 2 is it's got a lot of kind of mezzanines that overlook the stadium. So it's got a lot of really awesome internal views. But this door actually is the only way to walk into the stadium. Unless you can fly, there's no other way in. Okay, so we've got sort of a really cool lookout terrace that looks out over on Willie Mays Plaza. Nice view of the trees and the statue of Willie Mays.
Oh, yeah.
And then back here, again, just in keeping with the spirit of the mansion, we kept a lot of these spaces empty so that whoever lives here, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, can sort of purpose these areas for whatever they. But we still added some areas in, like this kind of entertainment room.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that TV is quite big enough.
No, it's
no.
not.
I think it needs to be a little bit larger. You know, for you home theater buffs out there. And if you come up this elevator, oops. This is the study for mansion number 2.
Oh, very nice.
And through this door as well, there's a really awesome public feature. Why don't you press that button?
That is awesome.
Yeah, what is the stadium without that music?
No
right?
kidding.
And over here around the corner, you can, again, what is a stadium without vending machines?
Oh, where'd you go? I lost you there.
Oh, we're
there
back
you are.
around.
Oh, okay, there you are. Oh, here are all the vending machines. Hot dogs, cakes, carrots. Num num.
And yeah, that's this area is all easily accessible to the club boxes and sky boxes. And you can see another design for that.
Wow. Totally impressive. Most impressive.
Yeah, well, I believe we've seen everything except for maybe a few hidden Easter eggs that I think we should...
haven't seen the Giants locker room.
Ah, the Giants locker room. Well, that's over here. And I think before we go into the Giants locker room, why don't we talk about what is currently in the Giants locker room, which is a number of a few of the players that actually helped in the build.
Oh, look who's on the team here. We got Reven here, Theros Reigns, Metasploit. They're all ready to take the field.
Yep, in their uniforms. Hopefully,
and you know, as we record this on a Friday, that is Orange Friday. You know, so you know they are wearing the appropriate Friday uniforms.
Yep. And then back here again, we got the home team locker.
Great looking locker room here.
Again, very faithfully recreated. And of course, shower room and sauna.
Showers here.
Oh, and sauna's up above.
Hey, someone in the shower?
Hey, yeah, there's appears to be a Ninja Turtle in the shower.
Hostile Steve, he was feeling funky.
Well, he's a turtle. He's got to be in the water, right?
We'll just turn that shower back on and pretend we didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Didn't see anything there. Very cool. Then up here is the sauna.
Yeah, that's the other sauna.
Yeah. Very nice.
And so then I guess if we come back out here on home plate, we can finish off with a little bit of an infield display. Let me set it to nighttime. We can see the infield salvos of fireworks.
As the players clear the field. Yeah.
Get off the field.
Hurry!
Nope.
Wow.
And what's really cool, I think, is they come out of the field, the infield one, seamlessly. You know, you don't. It opens so short for the fireworks to go through.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
These were tuned over a long time, a long period of time, just like careful attention to trying to make them flow just right.
Yeah.
And that's it, gentlemen. That is the stadium. I guess the last thing that I would love to call to attention right over here is I'll make it daytime just so we can see it. Did I lose you guys?
I'm on my way.
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Down here, we have some plaques that just commemorate the build. We've got columns dedicated to both Joe and Chase. And then here on the wall, the names of everyone that pitched in. So enshrined in Minecraft signage for all time,
all eternity.
Yeah, it's really amazing how many people were involved in building this and had hands on, and how well it came together. I mean, it really speaks to the capabilities of Minecraft. You know, I mean, what you can do with it is really fantastic. And then also, Chris, to you and your organizing is just unbelievable. I know when Chase first proposed this project, I was like, yeah, sure, we're going to build AT&T Park. Yeah, who are you going to get to do that? And obviously he found who is undoubtedly the best person for the job. I'm super impressed, and hats off to you. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'd like to share that hats off with the team as well. I really want to call out special attention to Hostile Steve, Allergic to Work, Dr. TDB, Master Creator, G99. I mean, the list goes on and on. The people who pitched in and put in Herculean effort. Theros Reigns, Ryvin, B-Ball. Again, all your names are enshrined here. Yeah. Please come by, take a look at the signs. You know, anyone who can come to the stadium, enjoy it for what it is. We built it for everyone.
The great news here, you guys, is if you're watching this and you're thinking, "Oh, this is great. They're showing it off, but I won't get to see it." Yes, you will. This is a community project. We built it on a separate box so the builders could build without fear of getting griefed, and they can work in creative and do what they need to do. And we'll be moving this over to the community server over the next week. So it'll just show up when it does. Joe will let me know. We'll put a tweet out, and there you go. Real simple and easy, and we'll share it with the community. And hopefully, if you're a part of the San Francisco Giants and you like this, let me know. Maybe we can make some magic happen inside, as we just did. That's their slogan: magic inside, and together we're giant. All that fun stuff. Chris, I gotta say, well deserved. Awesome. Thanks to you and the team. And I cannot wait. We're gonna take a break, then we'll come up with a new community build project for sure. So thanks so much, Chris, for giving us the great tour.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Take care. You have a good one.
You too.
Joe, I got to say, man, impressive. Most impressive, right? I mean, what can you say to that? That's just wow.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. You know, I didn't, neither one of us really spent a whole lot of time actually hands-on building stuff. Not like the other guys did, that's for sure. But I hopped in the server every once in a while and took a look around and saw everything that was there. And every single time I was just floored, just amazed at what was done. And seeing the finished product, it's really unbelievable at how complete and how detailed and how perfect everything looks. And that it seems like they left nothing undone, or nothing nothing is inappropriate. Nothing doesn't match with what you would expect to be there. It's got some really good Minecraft touches, but it's so perfect. I think it's great. I don't think we could ever get anything better than what we got out of that. I think that's really amazing. Just
most impressive. And you know what? If you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, I want to be a part of that for the next one, the best thing that I could suggest is to jump over to our community forums and get plugged in. I know a lot of you guys like to play in the server. But it's also important that you maybe jump off of the server and jump into our community. You can get to it by heading over to GeekGamer.tv and click on that forums button. It's moderated. It's family friendly. If anything bad is happening in there, we put a squash to it right away. GeekGamer.tv, just click on that forums button there. And when you do, you just jump right on in, and we have a great forum. Not just about Minecraft, but about geek and technology. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can just drop them in there on the website as well. GeekGamer.tv/forums is the awesome website to do that. Wow. I mean, really, there's it pays homage to the stadium so well and to the team so well that I've loved since I was a kid, and to actually go out there on the field, even though I haven't really been on the field, it feels like you're on the field in the game. It's so awesome. And the best part is we're going to share it with all you guys. It's not private. You guys are going to have a chance to experience it, and it's great. And
yeah, it'll be in an easy to find spot. We'll have warps and portals and stuff to it, and
or take
you'll
the
be able
train,
to wander around or take the train. You'll be able to wander around, dig through it, see where everything is, take a look around, take the same tour we took, and you know what? Maybe we'll do an official Minecraft or AT&T Park tour day where everybody can hop in, and we'll have a fully narrated tour by Mr. Chris Cocking himself.
There you go.
And we can go through and take a look at everything and make sure everything works on the real server and see how it all looks. I think that'd be fantastic.
As a reminder, we do the show every Thursday evening, usually at 8 p.m. I'm confused. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern at live.geekgamer.tv. We'll be back to our normal schedule starting next week, so that's happy. I'm very happy to say that. Also join us every Sunday for Geek Gamer Weekly at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern at live.geekgamer.tv. And a lot of great things happening on the network. We've got a special announcement coming up on this Sunday edition. Can't wait to share that with you guys as well. But really, just an awesome community. I'm very happy to be home. I was like crazy fast trying to get all this equipment plugged back in and working. I actually left my power cable for my Mac Pro in Pittsburgh. The good news is it uses a standard 3-prong power cable, so no problems there. But thanks so much, you guys. Really do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys for the next edition of Minecraft Me. And don't worry, we got your emails. We got your questions. We'll get caught up. For Mr. Joseph Falbey, my name's Chase Nunes. Thanks for watching Minecraft Me. We'll see you guys again next week. Keep digging.
Just 2-2. Well, Malakala knew just what to do. Well, just to cheer up the boys, she knew she made the